Hey, welcome back to the channel. So we have here patch 3.4.12 details, and yeah, now Dislyte comes out with the patch notes details first before the video. So we're back to original. I'm gonna do the analysis on the patch details, and then we're gonna do a reaction on the videos, and as usual, we're gonna try the Esper on the PTR. So let's go. And as usual, they hides all of the buffs, the golden buffs, the silver debuff, and everything. Like so, we're just gonna assume and keep on guessing for now. But we have some of the text here that we can read and probably speculate a little bit, and then we're gonna confirm it in the PTR. So don't take everything that I say in this video literally. Like think about it and I'll grab a lot of salt on it because nowadays without the exact details on the buff, like what is accentuated here, I cannot really fully analyze the whole thing. But I've checked in the Dislyte Discord server, and Lu Shang is the koi guy, the fish guy. And like I said in my live stream, like this guy is gonna be very, very important. And I read this sentence and oh my god, it really is. Lu Shang is a support expert who can boost allies based on their expert types. Like I said, he's gonna be a support expert, like either a magician or a support expert, and gonna be very, very important. The next one gonna be the guy with the cane, but this one, this word, I'm loving these words here because this is just like the bread and butter of rock paper scissors kind of games and elemental based games. So I can't wait to see what kind of boost he can provide to allies. But this is very much important, very unique. So he is the only one in a kind that can do something like this. Like because there is no way you can like replace this with something else. Like for example, like defense down and seer, like a lot of new Esper can have the same effect. But for something that boosts allies based on their Esper types, this is like the whole purpose of Lu Shang to exist. So there is no way you can have the same effect for a very long time for a newer Esper. So if the effect is good, then this is it. Like I can go all in on this guy here. So let's take a look at his skills. Ability 1, Reprimand. Attacks one enemy, inflicts silence for one turn. I'm already liking this. Silence is a very good skill. Like this is the only skill that can stop Jin Yu Yao. And a lot of Espers actually get countered by silence. You can already know, if you've been with me for a long time, you know how I love Chongnan so much. You know how I love who is that Mexican guy, Archibald. Yes. You know how I love Archibald because they both have silence and they are very good at silencing their enemies. Although Archibald is not that fast, so I'm still sticking to my Chongnan, but this is already a good start. So let's go to ability 2, Strategic Insight. Cast this ability at the start of combat. So nice. So at the very beginning of combat, you're gonna cast this skill. Gains Enlighten. So we don't know what this is, so I can't wait for the PTR. Grants his allies Accentuated. This is probably the thing that gonna boost your allies' abilities based on their Esper types. I'm hoping that this gonna boost their skills. I'm hoping, because I've been wondering, like when I was trying Osana, like this last 2 weeks, it comes to me that there must be something. There must be something that can boost this Osana. Like I was thinking on a line of like debuff spreading, but that's gonna be too OP because a lot of other Espers can get benefit out of debuff spreading. but it is something that is common in other RPG games. You put debuffs on one enemy, stack them up, and then you spread it out like a disease to all the other espers. That is a trick for a lot of other RPGs to make use of your single target debuff to affect a big area of damage, a big area of effect. So this one, I don't know, this probably something along the way, maybe, I don't know, like this is kind of like hoping for too much, but I'm hoping that this can be something really good. But if I want to be pessimist, like this can only just increase your Esper stats, and that's it. Like probably Inferno Esper get increased attack, and then the Wind increase speed, or Flow increase defense, etc., etc. Maybe, but that is the least you can do as a unique buff. But we will see. We will see in the PTR. When Lusang falls, removes accentuated from all allies. So you need Lusang to leave to get the bonus of accentuated. But this means that accentuated gonna be permanent on all of your allies as long as you bring Lu Shang. So this proves that this guy is very much important. A buff that persists permanently as long as this guy is alive. And probably we're gonna test this in the PTR. If Mavis is in the same team, will you still have accentuated from on all of your allies if you go into graveless state? We will gonna test that. Remind me, okay? And then when he revives, cast this ability again. Now, this proves that you can revive this guy, so he is not like Mavis. So if you pair him up with someone like Abigail and Fatum Sisters, he can have accentuated on all of your allies for a longer period of time. But this is optional. Like if you can avoid getting killed in the first place, then that is the best case scenario. Ability 3, Might and Grace, inflicts silence on all enemies. I'm definitely gonna go all out on this Lu Shang. Because like I said, I've been using Chongnan for a very long time. A very, very good Esper because he can inflict permanent silence on his enemies, and he is very, very fast, so he can definitely go first in every single battle. And the only counter to that guy, and I hate him so much for that, is Chu Yao, because Chu Yao can prevent your allies from getting debuffed. Not even someone like, I think Sakura won't block silence. I don't know. Like Sakura probably won't block silence, but Sally can remove silence if you have Resonance 6 Sally. But again, there are not many cases where you can avoid silence on you. Because Jin Yao cannot save you from silence. And then on Ascension, inflict silence on enemies, grants all allies 3 stacks of safeguarded. So this one is also a new buff. So we have 3 golden buff. Yeah, we're gonna see in the PTR what all these 3 buffs are. But it's good, it's good. Like knowing that this guy has 3 golden buffs already like bring him up above average, above all the other espers. Like he's gonna be kind of like someone like Feng Sun. Feng Sun have a ton of golden buffs and also normal buffs, but this one is only the golden buffs. But the silence, I'm loving the silence. Okay. So this one, like I said, very, very important, and we will see in the PTR. I'll probably gonna use up all of my wish stones on him, and hopefully my decision is right, because I still want to see what the cane guy, the emo guy, the one with the cane, gonna do, like his abilities. But we will see later. We will see later. If it turns out really good, then why not? Like I'm not gonna gamble on the next guy if this guy turns out really, really good. The next guy gonna be for a problem for next time. I'm gonna see if I can still manage to get that guy. But yeah, on resonance, R1 reprimands final damage increases. Reprimand is the first skill. Okay. R2 casting strategy inside grants all allies safeguarded. So you're gonna cast this skill at the start of combat, and you get enlightened and accentuated. And now at resonance 2, you're gonna cast this one. You're gonna get safeguarded at the beginning of the combat too. So when the start of the combat, you already have golden buffs on every single one of your allies, like 2 golden buffs, safeguarded and accentuated. And for Lu Shang himself, he gonna gain enlightened. Wow, he himself already get 3, like enlightened, accentuated, and safeguarded. Yes, this is great. And then resonance 4, when attacked by a critical hit, damage is reduced. Good news. So he gonna be hard to kill. Hopefully this Esper is kind of like an HP based Esper. It doesn't say what his attack is based on, so we don't know yet. And then on resonance 6, when Lu Shang falls, all allies gains a bonus turn. Insanely OP. You don't understand how OP this thing is. Here's the thing, like in a turn-based game, getting a turn is insanely strong, because that's the whole purpose of playing a turn-based game. You know, like there's no point on playing a turn-based game if you never get a turn. That's how strong AP reduction is. And the whole purpose of playing a turn-based game is to have as many turns as possible as you can before your enemy can make their move. So in a sense, this is just like Jiang Juli. Like, I love using Jiang Juli as assurance, like, because the moment my Jiang Juli dies, it is my turn to counterattack. You know, so this one Lu Shang is the same. You know, if Lu Shang falls, like, you can also play around with this, like give him as the least amount of HP in your lineup, and he will fall first. And even if you lose speed against your enemies and your enemy kills you, Lu Shang gonna fall first, and then it's your turn to counterattack. Like, hopefully with someone like Sakura or probably Sally or Lian. You know, you can bring your allies back to full health, and then it's your turn to counterattack. So that's Lu Shang. Really good. Just looking at this skill, like, I'm loving this sentence here. But we will see the PTR. Okay. So next, Lily Metanism. So this one, I speculated that it's probably gonna be a new Divinate, but I was wrong. This is a totally different Esper, but to Liling. So I don't know why Dislyte go into this direction, because this is not really interesting. You know, I don't really like looking at 2 Espers, even though they are of a different skin. But knowing that I have 2 Espers with the same god kind of breaks the immersion. You know, it's just like looking at Dragon Ball's game. You know, you have Goku Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, and you can have all of them in the same team and play at the same time. Like, what the hell? So I don't know, like, it's gonna be weird having 2 Liling in the same lineup. But this one is a different one. The skill is kind of like an upgraded version from the current Liling. It's similar to the previous Liling, I think. Yeah. So they changed Liling's abilities. I've already forgot his initial abilities, like a very long time ago. But this looks kind of like the first skill only. It's kind of like the old Liling, but maybe I remember wrongly. But he has a totally different playstyle now. So let's take a look. Liling is a fighter Esper who can deal huge amounts of damage after unlocking his Black Lotus Strike ability. And Yeah. After unlocking his Black Lotus like ability. So this is just like Fusu. Yeah. You need to have certain amount of buffs, or probably Wuyo. Yeah, Wuyo and Fusu have a similar playstyle. Like you need to have a certain amount of stack on your golden buff, and then you can use your ability. Your ability will be unlocked, and only then you can use that ability. But for this Lily, ability 1 attacks one enemy 3 times, dealing damage based on attack each time and absorbing their AP, the same as current Lily. If Lily, not the same as current Lily, like, or is it the same? I can't remember. But Lily has been known to do this for a long time. So, yeah, just like the normal Lily. If Lily's attack is higher than the target's, inflicts shear, can't be resisted, and won't miss. This is good, but you need your attack to be higher than your target, which is kind of like easy to do. So you do want to prefer a War Machine set compared to a Thunder set if you do want to use him in PvE. But the series can be resisted and won't miss, which is good. Like a lot of the time, like your score gonna fluctuates depending on how often you inflict your defense down and sear on your target. So this one is a guaranteed sear. Ability to Warrior Shield, ability unlock if Lily has I don't know how to pronounce this, expurgation at the start of his turn. Harrowing, attacks one enemy 5 times, dealing damage based on attack each time and absorbing their AP. Nice. If Lily's attack is higher than the target's, deals additional true damage based on attack. Really strong because it hits for 5 times. So because it deals true damage, especially because it multi-hits, you know, you definitely gonna be able to kill a lot of enemy espers. Like a lot of the time nowadays, people are using a lot of defender espers. So in PvP, this is gonna be very strong. And then the best part about him is that because these 2 skills and the third one also, all of them absorb the enemy's AP, so it's gonna be very strong in Pobether and Counter Sonica, because both of those boss, they can be controlled using AP reduction. And Lily, if the skill deals high damage, you can do both at the same time. You're gonna be able to deal high damage to your target, to the boss, while at the same time keep reducing their AP so it prevents them from moving, which is really good. If you saw me in the live stream the other day, I'm still using Xiaoyin to control the enemy's AP, also using Sander. Like those 2 are very good at controlling the enemy's AP, like a single target AP controller. But we still don't have a reliable AP controller for a single target damage dealer. So now this Lily gonna be the one. So he's gonna be really important. If his damage, like I said, if his damage is good, then he can be your go-to esper in Sentinel Hunt and Falsetto Fantasy. So that is good news. And then passive increases critical damage and damage mitigation, which is good because usually a fighter can easily die. So this is his way of damage mitigation, of survivability. And then increasing the critical damage is always a good news. And then grants 1 stack of Endless Fire at the beginning of turn, grants Tameless after casting. So we don't know what Tameless is, we don't know what Endless Fire is, what they do, but we know that you also have Expurgation. So already we see 3 golden buff in here. And the third skill ability unlock if Lily has a certain amount of Endless Fire. So grants 1 stack at the beginning of the turn. So you do need to have high speed. I don't know if Avatar counts this. No. Avatar won't count as getting a beginning of the turn. But Astralis definitely count towards this, because Astralis is a new turn. It gives you a bonus turn. Yes. So Astralis can be a good set for this Lily. And then if you have a certain amount of Endless Fire stacks, which you can also exploit using someone like Abigail, who is that? The violin guy. Oh my god, I totally forgot. Who is that guy? Wait, let me check. The violin guy. Where's the violin guy? Fabrice, yes. Fabrice, Abigail, and then someone like, who else? Who can give bonus turn? Yeah, basically every expert can give bonus turn. They gonna help Liling a lot in stacking his endless fire. So if he has a certain amount of endless fire stacks at the start of his turn, then he will be able to use his third skill. Attacks all enemies 3 times, dealing damage based on attack each time and absorbing their AP. So really good because this is an AoE AP absorption. Removes all stacks of endless fire after casting this ability, gains expurgation. So you can cast your third skill and then cast your second skill afterwards. Ascension is damage after casting Black Lotus Shrine. Yeah. So I don't know what damage is being increased in here. If this is a general increase on your damage, then this is insanely good. Because this is a final damage increase. Like I said, it's gonna, if you have a lot of damage multiplication, using someone like Sujue, someone like Haley, etc., then the final damage increase is gonna be huge, and this will affect your ability to cast. You know, because you gotta get this bonus after you cast Black Lotus Strike. So this ability itself won't get the bonus damage, but afterwards, because you gain expurgation, this second skill will be unlocked, and this ability is the one that will get the damage increase. But in the middle, in between, before you cast your second ability, if you trigger your Avatara, you also will get the bonus damage increase on your Avatara counter. So this one can also get the bonus damage from here, which is good. And resonance. Based on the with each resonance phase, this is new. Yes. So the more you have your resonance on this Liling, the higher bonus stats you will get for this Liling. So this Esper can have the highest base stats out of all other Espers, except someone like Fatima, but that one requires a long fight. After quite a long fight, then you will have insane amount of stats. But this one already have a very huge stats at the very beginning of the battle if you have him at Resonance 6, you know, because of this bonus here. So he gonna mess you up with Chu Yao combo, with Liam combo, because if you do want to pair them up with someone else and you bring this Liling to your lineup, he will steal their golden buffs, you know. So do take caution on that thing. And then Resonance 2 gains Timeless at the start of a round. I have no idea what all these golden buffs is, but we're gonna see them in the PTR. You know, if the golden buff turns out to be good, I think looking at his abilities here, I can already see that the developer released Liling this Metaneza for a PvE content. Now, so he must be able to deal insane amount of damage to bosses. I don't know if he can be used in PvP, but this AP control is already some PvP thing. So this one also is going to be very important. Usually the Resonance 2 is the soft cap of every single Esper. This is where they're gonna get their first power spike. So I think Tameless is going to be important in one of his golden buff here. And then Resonance 4, Harrowing can be used to perform a joint attack with the ally with the highest attack. This is insane. You will have your third Chu Yao and Liam. You can call your allies with this one. Yep. I don't know why they separate this. Why Harrowing is in here? Like if this is a warrior shield, like if this is if this thing is an active skill and you cast it and to attack enemies 5 times, then you don't need the heroic name. Usually this refers to like a different kind of attack that can be triggered in some other way, just like someone like Sloan, you know. When you are using your first skill, you're gonna cast her passive skill to follow up with a pursuit attack. So I don't know why they separate the name heroine here, but this resonance 4 will use your second ability to call your other allies, you know. So depending on how often you get your endless fire stacks, if you can get this really fast, then you will be able to keep calling your allies very fast too. And then the Resonance 6 gains expurgation for 1 turn at the start of a round. So based on this sentence, it means that Liling is probably the only Esper that cannot use his third ability at the very beginning of the battle. Like all of his skills are locked. So if you want a fast battle, Liling is definitely not your go-to Esper. If you are a free-to-play players, if you are pay-to-win players, you will already have Resonance 6 Liling. Then you will be able to use your third skill straight away. That means that I expect this ability to deal insane amount of damage. Because for any other players, not being able to use your third skill is a very huge downside. But you should have like an equal return for something that makes you unable to use your third and second ability for a very long time until you stack your endless fire. Even if you need like only 5 stacks of endless fire, this means that you need Liling to move 5 times first before you can able to use his third and second ability. That means that you need to return to me what I can do in those 5 turns, that if I bring other Esper aside from Liling, those are the missing damage that I didn't get by just bringing Liling to my lineup. So this should deal 5 times the amount of damage that other Esper can deal. So I'm expecting this skill to deal 500% attack on AoE. Yeah, and having your Resonance 6 here means that this is gonna be insanely strong. Yeah. Source can be obtained from Seek the Unknown, that encounters after this update can currently be acquired from club stickers or ripple out boxes. So this is gonna be your next Sujue and Sloan. And we already know that Sujue and Sloan is insanely strong, insanely OP. Although Sujue is more OP than Sloan, but this one gonna be your next Sujue, hopefully. And we will see. So let's go. New features. Anomaly S2 Phase 1 is blah 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 blah. Players can participate in telling story. The theme of the day with phase blah 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 blah. So do this content, you know. You must confess. Oh my god, hex counter. There are 10 hexes. A special hex. Maybe chance 1. Yeah, just do this content and you will get your Metaneza. So probably most players gonna have him at Resonance 0, and if you are a pay-to-win players, do get this one. This is gonna be insanely strong. Like I said, the downside of not being able to do anything for 5 turns should be paid in full price by having this expurgation for 1 turn at the start of a round. So Point Ward has been upgraded for a limited time. During the season, you get your special effects obtained from hex stages to attack opponents. Nice. This just gives flavor to your PvP content, because nowadays the Point Ward has become stale. Like the reward is not as interesting as the rivalry content. So they need to give some other benefit for playing this content, but this is gonna make the Point War a little bit fun, but probably gonna be stale really fast too. So miracle trials during the as per will be issues they work for technology lab. Not sure what this is the championship, Black Lotus, Heavenly Mirror, Square Band and Star XP, which is the best and Baby Wolf, Family Source, Lu Shang. Where will be unlocked for? Okay, yes. Team show, Way of Mastery. This is the Lu Shang story, yes. Trial consists of maze floors. This is the trial. We defeat the boss at the end. In the get a reward. Like blah, blah, blah. Yes, yes, yes. Training simulator. The new battle redux. Proteus is back. So the boss that boosts your maximum HP capacity. Again with your usual lineup. Don't forget Intisar and Oli, because the boss also have insane amount of maximum HP, so your maximum HP damage dealer can deal insane amount of damage too in this fight. Give me a rating rewards, missing gear, damage rewards, damage redux, So, Lu Shang. The event experience spend one granted the acquisition of the current events featured as per. Yes, this is the same. Championship is back, and Momo is here for the championship. And you've already seen how I abuse my Momo. So I do get copy of Momo here. Grab her until you can get her to Resonance 6 and she will be insanely strong. Definitely upgrade those Divinate and use your key on killing every single defender esper out there. And then the championship 3 sub events: Stamina Consumption, Ritual Miracle IPAP, and Dislyte Lens Shadow Gale. So if you cannot compete in this one, you do want to compete in this one. If you don't have a good lineup on APAP, just use your stamina consumption in here, etc., etc. You know, the current championship is already really good. You know, you have 3 options to choose where you want to dump all of your stamina and grab the highest reward in just one of them. You have limited amount of stamina, but if you have unlimited money, then just try to get everything. And that's it. So they have trials again: Grey Water Bootleg Market, Boom Gacha, Boom Magic Heart, Scratch Off, adjustment of the collection display, blah 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 blah, methodology, blah blah blah, and that's it. Wait, improve certain part of experience mission. Oh, okay, yeah, that's part of experience. Okay, so that's it for patch 3.4.12 details. So hope the video gonna come out soon, and also I hope the PTR testing gonna come out soon, because I definitely do want to see all of these golden buffs that they are hidden from me, that they are hiding from me. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the testing. Bye bye.